Hello guys, welcome back to the video. Today's day 32, season 2, so it's going to go. It's on afternoon. Got the two Land Rovers and the cattle trailer parked up. Oil tank there. Lawnmower currently parked there, just after being pressure washed, because it's recently been on a job, and it's going back on a job later on this week. So now, well, we've had a heat wave last week, so we had a couple of jobs, and now this week it's starting to rain again, so hopefully they help the grass grow and then we'll get a couple more jobs. Lawnmower jobs tend to end about August, September, and you get the odd one through winter, but it's not really that much because the grass doesn't grow as quick. So mainly in the summer is when we get all the jobs. So I just put there. Film some size 200 put there. Yard scraper. The trailer's still here. The ducks knocking about, chickens knocking about. Film some golf still parked here. As you can see, he's kind of been blocked in because he hasn't moved it. Quads parked here, lawnmowers parked here, because they had to get to the mini baler, whereas the lawnmower was already out of the shed, so I didn't have to move that. Rake, bale wrapper, and the baler in the back there. T6 and first bit of part back up in the shed with, I think, like 4 or 5 foot bag. 620S, 6616 parked up. Spared edge gutter and the gel charger. So I don't know if it is true, but apparently the farmer might be selling the hedge cutter to swap for another one. I don't know if it's actually going to happen, if it's going to be recent, or if it's going to be the end of the year, if it's going to be next year, I don't know. But he's having talks about it, but I don't know what's actually happening. So I thought I'd just let you know, and we'll see how that goes. He's had it for a while now. He's had it for a couple of years. I can't remember how many, but yeah. Maybe he's looking for a change. Turn the parked up, some trailer parked up, trailer parked up, hurdles there. Size trailer's been washed off, buckrake's been washed off, and they're now parked there as silage is done. Obviously, like I said before, might be doing some silage or some maize for someone, but for us, she's done. She won't be used. She might be used if we need to move her. Or if she needs to move some dirt or something, then we'll use her, but I doubt she has to be moved because she's living in the pit and we don't need her anymore. So the only time she'll have to be moved is when we're feeding the cows. Bales there, double bales there. Then here we have the main man himself, the farmer, in a T6080. He's got the mini bale on the back, so he's just doing some mini bales for a small hole in there. He's come back. Obviously, as you may know, the mini baler is being sold after summer, so he's sort of trying to get his last jobs there. He says he's sort of debating now if he wants to sell it, because obviously he's, getting jobs for it, and it gives him something extra to do. But he also thinks that it's not really being used by us, it's only being used for other people, whereas someone can actually use it themselves, and potentially for jobs. So he'll either sell it to the other farm, because they will most definitely use it, or he will sell it to another farmer. But yeah, it's just a bit of a sort of awkward one, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. Also a very new Holland setup. Obviously quite an old baler, couldn't be red now. This one's blue, but still new Holland, just doesn't have the stickers. Ready to go down the bucket, box spreader. Mikhail Bales likes bigger bucket and bucket trailer all parked up along here. I imagine the cane will be parked somewhere here once the cows are being fed from the pit, as along with the buck rake and potentially a herb stump trailer, or one of those three at least, because I'll have to go somewhere. and obviously they can go back in the pit once pin 70, which shouldn't take too long now, as they're doing less cuts this year than they did last year. So yeah, heading into the sheep field. As you can see, a lot of the sheep are against the hedge as it's been raining, but they were under the tree and along the hedge during the heat wave as well. It was quite hot. I think it was the highest, it was about 28, 27 here, so it was quite hot, a lot more than we're used to, especially with last year. It was absolutely horrendous, whereas this year, even during the winter, it was quite sunny, which was nice to see. But yeah, so they all lined up there, and you got a couple of them there. As you can see, the field's quite empty here, and we've got the farmer's son in the 7740 with the chute trail in the back. So he's got the 2 Suffolks in the back, so they're being taken to the other farm just to sort of boost the flock at the other farm, but sort of bring the numbers down on this flock, as obviously just because there's a lot of sheep in this field, and farmers noticed that even when he's cutting the grass, there's not much of it to cut, because obviously a couple of years ago he was getting 6 to 7 bales from both fields, and now he's getting 5 and maybe 6. Like, he literally had to cut to the very edge of the hedges and the fences to get a bit of extra grass to make another bale. So it's just not enough grass left over, and obviously even he's walked through it, and when the sheep are in here and it's not that long, they're just eating it down way too quick, so hence why he's trying to cut down the flock a bit. Obviously 2 sheep isn't going to matter, but obviously when they have lambs it will matter, and obviously 2 sheep will be sold to and getting replaced at some point. But yeah, for now, just those 2, and he's just heading off there, about to open the gate, wait for his dad to sort of pull in and out of the way. Then, as you can see, cows and the bull there enjoying themselves, eating away at the grass. Same thing with these, there's not much grass in this field. The farmer's either debating chucking a bit of fill on it every now and then in the winter, or genuinely replanting it, so ploughing it, putting a fresh load of grass in it to see if it makes a difference. I don't know if it will, and I don't think, I mean, the best thing to do would probably be doing it during winter, but I don't know if that would still work with obviously the animals having to come out quick enough, and obviously we don't know how the winters are going to be, so he's sort of debating whether to do it because of obviously will it grow in time, because he doesn't really want to be using bales, because then he'd probably have to buy in to help feed the sheep while the grass is growing. But yeah, as you can see, even just looking at the grass, it's really not that long, so yeah, but we'll see what he does. Then coming down the lane here, we have the contractors, one of the drivers in John Deere 7500 forage harvester. We have the grass header on the front there, and yeah, so he's just heading back to heading to the yard after taking it to the petrol station to give it a proper wash off. I think the driver's actually getting some tea as well, or something to eat, but he's decided to fuel up and washing it there as well, so she's looking somewhat clean now. But yeah, so it's sort of, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's new, but it's a newish Hollister. Like, it's not like your old Class Jaguars. Like, this is, I think it's got to be within the 2000s, I think. I'm not sure though. But yeah, it's not a bad Hollister. It's quite big, but I reckon it wouldn't be too bad for the farmer. But trail forager seems to be better for him, and it saves on having to make, you know, have to pay the maintenance for this and fuel it and whatever. When trail forager, you just whack it behind the back of a tractor, get another tractor and try and you sound. and the farmer doesn't do that much, so it doesn't probably need this, but obviously they've had this harvester for a while now. Obviously they don't do as many jobs, but they still need a forage harvester, and they don't need a big one like a New Holland or a John Deere, so hopefully we'll be seeing this soon as well when they do maize for people. Then behind him, got the farmer in his John Deere 6R185. It's been a while since we've seen him. He's got his 990 bale on the back, just been doing a bit of baling there. Quite a sort of the John Deere road today, or just green, because you got green hedges. Grass was green. Yeah, so he's just heading back behind very slow harvester. Also, you might be able to see there he's got weights behind him. Not many of the harvesters that I've seen have weights. I believe they've actually taken that off some of their tractors and put them on the front. On the back, because there's too much weight on the front. So that's why they look very tractor weightish, because they are. Yeah. So to the video guys, if you like, comment, subscribe, and bye.